Last time on Pokemon Sapphire Nuzlocke, baby.
So this won't take very long. We're just gonna go to Victory Road. So here we are at Evergrande City. Can we not be in darkness anytime soon? No? Okay. No! Oh! Okay. We never got the Flash HM.
And now, more!
Hey everybody, it's time for some more Pokemon Sapphire Nuzlocke. Last time we went through Victory Road, we did one more Trick House puzzle, and today it's finally time for the Elite Four. I think just about everybody can agree that the Elite Four is the most terrifying part of a Nuzlocke challenge. Not only because it's difficult, but because, well, if you screw up in the Elite Four, then to an extent, everything that you worked for is kinda, I don't know, I don't want to say it's meaningless, but I mean, it really sucks to lose in the Elite Four in a Nuzlocke challenge. Right, so as such, I've trained up all of our Pokemon to level 52. I thought that was a good level. It's not too over-leveled, but it'll keep us... You get what I mean. Right, so Riolum is holding his, or Slushy I should say, is holding his Focus Band. His moveset is unchanged. I just used a PP Max on his Giga Drain. Titania is holding the Magnet just like last time. Her moveset is unchanged except, yeah, I did get rid of Quick Attack for Bite. I figure I may as well. I mean, Manectric outspeeds everything in the Elite Four anyway, so I don't really need Quick Attack. Sprinkles is holding the Silk Scarf. I taught her Return just because I figured it was more reliable than Sing, definitely. And then I did replace Dragon Breath with Dragon Claw because it does more damage. Except it doesn't have the chance of paralyzation, but I don't really care. Mrs. Puff is holding the Soft Sand, and her moveset is still the same. I used some PP ups on Ice Beam because we're gonna need it. Pop-Tart is holding the Quick Claw. His moveset is unchanged, except... yeah, I think I already taught him Break last time, so... yep, pretty good moveset, I'd say. Also, I did use the PP Max on his Ancient Power. And finally, Miracle Jelly is finally on par with the rest of our team. He's holding the Mystic Water. He's got some really good stats, actually. Both. He's faster than Titania, isn't he? That's really ironic, actually, but... right. Miracle Jelly, his moveset is unchanged, except... I like I keep saying, their moveset is unchanged, except for this change. I taught him Barrier, and I got rid of, I think it was Dive, I had him, or Waterfall, so yep. Here's what my bag looks like. You can say I was, you know, I overstocked. I can agree with that. Luckily, we do have some elixirs left over, so we will be using those. Yep, we got plenty of healing stuff. I put the frame back to the default one. I figured it was, I figured it'd be fitting. Now, before we go into the Elite Four, I think we should just take one more look at our fallen comrades. Mr. Hugs died in part 32, I do believe, and the Devastator died in part 38 in the fight against Kyogre. I would have really loved to use both of these in the Elite Four, honestly, but well. Now we know what we're fighting for. And also all these guys. It still really sucks we never got to use Ragu, but, you know, Miracle Jelly is starting to catch on very easy. He's growing on me. He's kind of our underdog, Miracle Jelly. Right, so, without any further ado, now that I've spent 5 minutes just kind of derping around, I think it's about time we start. Beyond this point, only those trainers who have collected all the gym badges are, yeah, we know. We got them all. Believe it or not, it's possible to get here without getting all the gym badges. You can get here without Fly, so, yep. Alright. Oh god, I'm so nervous. I already said why. I mean, if we don't do well in here, then I mean... I don't want to say all this went to waste, but... ugh. Alright, so... Sydney's gonna use Dark type, so I'm pretty confident leading with Slushy. See, Sydney of the Elite Four. He's a guy. I like that look you're giving me. I guess you'll give me a good match. Probably the look of anger after, you know, having 2 Pokemon die, honestly. And again, I guess not too many Pokemon really died, as opposed to other Nuzlockes where people lose a lot more, to say the very least, right? Okay, he's starting up with Mightyena, and we are over-leveled compared to this guy. That's unfortunate. Whatever, I'm pretty happy with our levels. I was thinking of using the Rickanes I had to raise them all to 53, but I figured that'd be a bit overkill. And of course, what a good omen! The first Sky Uppercut misses. Beautiful. Alright, that's not a problem. Honestly, Mach Punch would probably kill him. Let's see. I am really glad he's not going for Swagger though, because that would just be annoying, really. And Mach Punch isn't going to take it out, whatever. I'm fine with that. Just whip out another Mach Punch, and my Mightyena is dead. I was thinking of replacing Giga Drain with, Oh yeah, that's right, I didn't mention this. I gave Leech Seed to Slushy. I completely forgot about that. So I think Absol might know... I want to say it's Razor Wind, but I think Razor Wind is actually a normal type attack, but just to be safe. Slushy is getting a bit low on HP, so I want to send in Pop-Tart to take over for a little bit here. Actually, I think Absol is Sydney's ace, so it's kind of odd that he's using it so soon in the fight, but there it goes. No problems so far. If I'm completely honest, I'd be pretty upset if I lost a Pokemon to Sydney. He's really not that big of a deal. Right, now he's sending in a Sharpedo. I think Titania can take that. Give him a good Thunderbolt to the face. We are definitely... I know for a fact that we're going to need Titania later on. I know that for sure. So we gotta be careful with her, to say the very least. Okay, no problem. Titania is just gonna continue to be the powerhouse that she's always been. A Cactune's coming out now. I'm not trying to give spotlight to everybody, but I'm just kind of going through my Pokemon. I guess we could send in Miracle Jelly. I mainly just want to use Miracle Jelly early on because I'm not sure if Miracle Jelly will be that helpful later on, if I'm completely honest. So why don't we go for some Sludge Bomb? I was looking at Miracle Jelly's stats, and he actually has higher physical attack than special attack, and I'm almost certain that Tentacruel is supposed to have higher special attack, so that's kind of odd. Now he's sending a Shiftry. Nah. I'm not gonna keep up with the trend of just switching my Pokemon out every time. Alright, give him a good Sludge Bomb to the face, and we should be good. Thank God. It would have been really embarrassing if we had lost the Pokemon to Sydney, of all people. A critical hit. Not needed, probably. Okay. Right, so next up is Phoebe. She has Ghost types. Now her Dusclopses, and also her Bayonets, are pretty unpredictable. They have very odd movesets. And also, her 2 Dusclopses have different movesets, so you don't really know what to expect from one of them. I know for a fact that one of them has Ice Beam, so we are going to be careful with Sprinkles. Now, who do we lead with? I think she leads with a Dusclops, so... I don't think there's so much a Dusclops could do to Pop-Tart. And we'll have to do. You're training on Mount Pyre? Must have taken you a really long time to get high-level Pokemon, huh? Now Phoebe's... I wouldn't say Phoebe's that much of a threat, besides the fact that her Pokemon have really odd movesets. Just try to be careful, you know? Just remember, for some reason her Dusclops has Ice Beam. In a past playthrough I did actually have Pokemon die to one of her Dusclops' Ice Beams. I think it was a crit, but you get the idea. And he's using Confuse Ray. That's just annoying, if I'm completely honest. Do I want to stay in, or... I don't want it to use a Full Restore, so I'm just going to go for an Aerial Ace. Alright, good, we did hit. That's nice. Luckily, Dusclops has pretty terrible attacking stats, so we don't have to worry about, you know, taking too much damage from Dusclops. And Pop-Tart's gonna hit himself. Good job. Sorry I sneezed there, I'll cut that out just because I care about you people. Right, so... I don't think... If Armaldo hits himself, I don't think that on top of Dusclops' attack will kill him, but... just to be safe. I don't want to get into the habit of heal stalling, that'd be pretty lame in the Elite Four, but... never hurts to be cautious, I guess. I don't like to item spam, but I'm just gonna go ahead and item spam, that's basically what I'm saying. No, but seriously, I will try to lay off of it when I don't need to. Alright, there we go. That's one Pokemon down. Only 4 more to go. Actually, it's more like... what, 20? I don't even know. Sorry, out comes Bayonet. I mentioned earlier, Bayonet's only good stat is its physical attack. So, who has high physical defense? Or, I think that's actually Armaldo. That's the highest. Ironically enough, I thought Mrs. Puff and Sprinkles were the best tanks on our team. Pop-Tart is still confused, even if it will wear off soon. We'll send in Mrs. Puff to whip out some stab earthquakes. Okay, I wasn't really expecting that to take it out one hit, but Bayonet does have pretty terrible defensive stats, so I'm not surprised that it did more than half. Yeah, Phoebe's team really isn't that bad. She has a very odd team, and actually so does the next Elite Four member. They have really not... I don't want to say they're not creative, because that's just a weird thing to say about Pokemon, but they're just, like, they have 2 of the same Pokemon. I mean... what is it? Phoebe has 2 Dusclopses and 2 Bayonets, and then the next person has 2 Glalie and 2 Celios, if I remember correctly. Alright, so Sableye also has pretty terrible defensive stats, so it's gonna go down to Earthquake pretty easily. The only attack we have that's strong against Ghost is actually Manectric's Bite, but I'm not comfortable setting that in against anything here. Especially her Dusclops, because I know one of them has Earthquake. And Manectric would not appreciate that very much. So we're just gonna keep spamming Earthquake, because that works. That Toxic really does suck, but I shouldn't need Mrs. Puff on the field very much longer at this rate, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not sure what we're gonna do against our last Dusclops though, because I don't know its moveset. All I know is that it probably has Earthquake and maybe Ice Beam. But that might have been the first one. Alright, let's switch. This leaves me in a really awkward position. Because if it has Ice Beam, then that rules out Sprinkles and even Slushy. If it has Earthquake, then that rules out Miracle Jelly and Titania. And it's looking like our best bet is actually Pop-Tart. I don't want to keep Mrs. Puffin because she's poisoned, so... Alright, let's see what Pop-Tart can do. Level 51. I really wouldn't mind getting the stat boost from Agent Power, but while I was training I noticed that's really rare apparently, so why don't we just go for the Earthquake? I'm gonna guess that's gonna do close to a third? Yeah, just about. And I'm more confused, right? That's just lovely. Hopefully that helps me come in a little bit louder. I'm not sure if it will. You might hear a bit more background noise, but whatever. I'm sorry, I just kind of did that out of nowhere. Like, I kept looking over at the Audacity to see if I'm coming in very well. Yeah, I should be fine now, right? So, Shadow Ball, that's not gonna do much. Yeah. And thank God, she has a Citrus Berry on. That means she probably won't use a Forest Sword, but now that I think about it... oh yeah, that's right, they have Pressure. That really sucks, but I'm not sure if another Earthquake will take him out. And also, if he hits with Shadow Ball and then we hit ourselves, it's not gonna kill Pop-Tart. I guess we're gonna find out. Alright, we should be fine. Oh, okay. And luckily, Shadow Ball lowers the wrong stat in this generation, which is pretty funny, really. But hey, it helps us out in this situation, so I don't care. Okay, there's that Ice Beam. Okay, so now we know it has Ice Beam. There we go. Now please take it out. Actually, you probably won't. I don't mean to be pessimistic, but yeah. And now she's probably gonna heal, which really sucks. I'm just gonna go for Ancient Power. See if it does a comparable amount of damage. Assuming it hits, it has pretty poor accuracy. Can we get the stat boost on Ancient Power? Maybe, possibly. That'd be really nice at this point. Nope. Yeah, we're out of power points for Earthquake, so just gonna keep on using Ancient Power. We're definitely gonna need an elixir after this. That did exactly 43, I think. So we should be good. Wait, did I do 43? I don't math, so right. And we're good. I was just thinking if Ancient Power misses, then are we gonna be able to take another Ice Beam? But it doesn't matter now. We're good. Oh, thank God. In my past attempt, Phoebe really wrecked my team. Alright, let's move on. Oh, Mrs. Puff's poisoned, I remember.